Well, you were late in verse, living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again. You and I are down head first in another world I had. But I have a feeling we're close to the end. So come on, out from underneath who you were. Come on now. You know that it's time to just sapphire and my white gold burst out of my chest and hide out in the vents. My blood beats so alive, my bite right through your lenses. Midnight in my mind's eye, drowning out the daylight. Godspeed to my enemies, I'll be asking for that call sign. You know the behavior, canines of the savior. Glory to the legion, trauma for the neighbor. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. Yeah, go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. Yeah, go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. Yeah, go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me, arms around me. I've got solar flares for your dead God, space dust for your fuel rods, dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the winds that started from within. My blood beats so alive, might tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life, in lockstep with the universe and your well-fascinating afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified by what's below, no matter what you do, no matter where you go. You might be the one to take away the pain and let my mind go quiet. And nothing else is quite the same as how I feel when I'm at yours.
All right, guys, what is going on? What is good? What is good? Welcome to Wall Street Wednesday. Rename the stream to high precision in low probability conditions. Oh shit, that rhymes too. I didn't even try to do that. I just now noticed that. That's kind of cool. But anyway, so I say that because, like I mentioned in the Discord, look around Twitter, bro. Everyone is getting dominated. Losing streaks, losses, not trading today, shit conditions, XYZ. But yet, what do you see over here? You see fucking precision, baby. That's what you see. Now, full disclosure, when I was on the charts this morning, I had not been up for equities open in such a long time, so I did switch over to demo. Well, trading view paper, right? And I'll just show you this early on, real quick, so we can kind of get that out of the way. But I think I did post these in the Discord. Ricky, I tried to send this to you as well, just to like show you the executions that I was doing, right? Where I was just looking for the short below these lows, and then I had longed on the way higher. So about 40 something points lower, and then 60 something points higher. So over 100 points within the first 30 minutes of the day on that, right? So I want to be able to talk about that. Do you guys want to know how I can do shit like this? Drop some ones in the chat if you guys are like, yo, John, what the fuck, man? Everyone got slapped, but yet you're over here putting up a Christmas tree, looking beautiful, right? A little Christmas tree. Now, in hindsight, I probably should have took multiple contracts and partial multiple times, but I wasn't trying to do all that, and I was half fucking asleep too. I'm like trying to wake up, trying to press buttons, you know. It was a great time. But if you want to learn, if you want to know how to do stuff just like this, drop some ones into the chat and let me know. Let me know if you want the stuff, if you want the juice, the sauce, if you will. As we now have about 50 minutes until FOMC, right? Fed funds rate at 1 o'clock. It's 12, almost 12:10 right now. So about 50 minutes until the federal funds rate. And then the press conference 30 minutes after that. So do I have any predictions for FOMC? I do not. Okay. Pre-NFP, pre-FOMC, pre-any level 3 news, I usually do not. Okay. I usually do not. So, but we'll talk about it. All right, we'll discuss it. What's good? Naruto's, Eminem, Grauber, Gavin. Yeah, that's actually Sleep Token's new song, Emergence. So I found it yesterday. I was like, oh, it's a great song. I like Sleep Token. They're all over the place, right? They have a saxophone at the end. They do like a hip hop kind of thing, but then they're rock too. Like they're all over the place, but they're definitely different. I like it. But anyway, was good. 2020, Willow, Mason, Ebeneth, Robert, Ricky. Yo, Ricky, this morning was fucking so fun, bro. So fun. I might have to make it a habit of getting up on time. I might have to do it. What's good? Marshall, Felix, Gessner, Omar, Shay, Sunny. What's good? I was uncertain and the weather was beautiful, so I went to the skate park. Not a bad decision there, going to the skate park. Willow. Smoked Dow entry from yesterday. Still got 50% running in case the low is in. Gotcha. Was good. Amin, Brian, Remy, anybody else that I missed? Hello, hello. Okay. So some of you guys messaged the Discord, right? And for whatever fucking reason, you guys do this to me. You fucking piss me off sometimes. You guys were trying to short. Y'all were trying to short this morning. Why? Why would you do that? Why were you looking for shorts? That's my question. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but honestly, like, why do I give you levels? Why do I give you market reviews? Why do I post levels in the Discord? And you just say, fuck you, John. I'm ignoring it. Then I'm going to take a loss and ask you what I got wrong. That shit bothers the fuck out of me, bro. It really does. Let's go to a monthly time frame. Like, it really does. This shit fucking is like ridiculous. All right. I only know the monthly because I looked at this a little bit earlier. Okay. If we go to a higher time frame, you could do the weekly as well if you'd like. I'm taking the higher time frame range. Was good, Jordan. I'm taking the higher time frame range. Okay. And on a monthly, this is what that looks like. So I'm looking at the low of August last year to our current all-time highs in February. So this is, to me, this is our higher time frame range. Okay. On a weekly, it's the same thing. This low up to that high, slightly higher high here. Okay. And on a daily, this is what that looks like. Okay. So yeah, Willow. Before we move forward, does everybody understand how I got that? Does everybody get how I got that range? It looks a little weird on the date. You know, which low do I use? Is it this low? Is it this low? Is it this one? Like, what low are we using? Went out to the weekly, went out to the monthly, and like this is a clean low on the monthly time frame. It's just, yeah, that is a low. This one is just obvious, if that makes sense. Okay. So when we go to the smaller time frame, which in this case would be the daily, we have to look at what has the market done in the last few days or so. And that's where this comes from, right? This imbalance down here. Okay. So to me, that is a higher time frame discount, right? Higher time frame discount. Do you see why I'm emphasizing that? Why are we going to short? I mean, yeah, I shorted. It was like a scalp though, like real quick in and out. But primarily, why would we be looking for shorts if we're coming off of a higher time frame discount concept? Right? We traded into that Thursday of last week, the 13th. Okay. This is for triple Qs, but it's still relevant for Nasdaq, for the NQ futures. So what I posted in the Discord yesterday, I lied, the 17th, right, was this. This was NQH. NQM very similar because we did switch over between the time I took the screenshot and now. But what am I pointing out to you? I'm pointing out that down candle, we traded into it and off of it, upside objective a little above 20K, like 20,200, right? So that signifies that I'm fairly bullish, not bearish. Ricky, that's a diabolical emoji you just you just put into my chat. Down candle here, right? Expected to go higher. Now, mind you, that was a couple days ago, right? Right? That was a few days ago. That was right here. And we were trading higher by the time that screenshot was taken. And this gap is still up here. Tuesday, yesterday, we did end up trading lower and into that down candle again. So monthly / weekly, we're in a discount because we're below 50% of that large range. We're coming off of that discount, right? Which is that imbalance down here on the triple Qs. And then on a daily time frame, we're inside this down candle. So why? Why on earth would we look for shorts? Okay. I gave you two different price levels on stream yesterday and in the market review and in the Discord this morning, live to the public and to the private mentorship and to the market review. Well, mentorship isn't like the Discord, the private Discord, right? Members only Discord. What did I give you? 19,844. Okay. I gave you 19,844. That was a lack of wick here yesterday during our equity, like right after our open, right? Lack of wick right there at 844. And I gave you 19,900 even as a round down, because that was what? The low end of that gap from, I guess, Monday and Tuesday. See that? Monday 310, Tuesday 830. See that? Right? That was our high of the day in the AM. Well, at least in the beginning, like the beginning of the day. That was our high. Right there. Perfect. Fucking perfect. Beautiful. It went beyond that by 2 ticks. Because it went to 900.75. It went 2 ticks past that level. That's it. Right? And what did I give you? Not just yesterday, not just in the market review, not just in the Discord. At least I gave you this in the Discord today. 19,844, looking like it's in play. Possibly 19,900. That was at 854. That was during this up candle right here. So then what did we get? 844. So I said 844 is done right there. Trades down, imbalance right here. And then what does it launch for? The very next target. This is high precision in low probability conditions. It's FOMC. Don't trade. All right. Don't trade then. Don't trade. That's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm never going to stop somebody. Okay? Like, I'll never stop you from doing what you're going to do. But I don't know, man. Bad advice is bad advice. Either way it goes. If we're going to go higher, what should we do first? Type it into the chat. If we're going to go higher, what should we do first? What's the initial move? I mean, 2020, Naruto says go lower first. Omar says get liquidity. Yeah, but liquidity could be upside or downside. So if we're going to go higher, Willow, Marshall, Cody, right. if we're going to go higher, we typically, not always, but typically, we will go lower first. Okay? So let's bring up that screenshot again. Because now you get to understand. If we're going to go higher, we should do what? We should go lower first. Right? So what happens here? 8:30 is roughly one of these candles. So we actually, initially the first couple minutes, we do trade higher. Yes. But we trade above, I think this was yesterday's high at 797.5. So we took that, we give kind of some wickage here, and then we rip ass. We trade, I know the thing is right here. I probably should have covered that so we could see the candle, but that's okay. This up candle, right? That down candle trades through it. Boom. Shift in price delivery. That small gap right here, that is a short-term breakaway. So what's it do here? Trades up and into that up candle. Now my entry, believe it or not, is actually closer to the open of that candle. Now, why would that be the case? Because I was trying to open OBS so I could record it for you, which I did. And that took a couple seconds. So I ended up being late to this and it ended up wicking that anyway. So I couldn't mark it up here. I had to mark it in here. So we take off. Am I going break even? No. We trade back up a little bit. Not a big deal. And then boom, we slam for those lows. And you see the exit at 7:30, which is about right here. Okay, which is below these lows. All right. I wasn't trying to pick the low. I wasn't trying to pick how far we would go lower. But in any case, that is the reason why. So we have consolidation, manipulation. What's after that? Lower to run the lows. No, Ricky, I did end up longing here on this paper account. And I exited. What's that exit? What's that exit, chat? What does that say? It's like really fucking zoomed in, right? What does that exit say? 850. 50. Why is that? Because that's the next 50 level above 44. Simple. Now, mind you, if it's going to 900, it obviously has to push through 850 first. I could have held for 900. I wasn't trying to do that. Okay. Number one, this was a paper account anyway. But the point is, I was not trying to aim for a home run because I want to show you what's possible. You may not be able to catch a whole day's range yet. Maybe you've never done it. You've seen me do it. But I'm not saying that you have to do it too. But as a beginner trader, what's more important than getting the sniper entry is being on the right side of the market. Now, obviously, you want both. I want the sniper entry and be on the right side of the market. Well, slow your fucking roll. All right? Relax. You need to learn how price operates first. Okay? You need to understand where the liquidity is at. Where is price going to go? Then we can trade in that direction. Okay? Yes, I know I shorted in the short term. It was only a few minutes, okay? And that's all I was looking for. Nothing, I'm not holding on to that. Why? Because I know these levels are up here. Why would I hold a short knowing that these levels are up here? And right, Ricky, that was my point. That's why I went to the higher time frame first, to show you guys we're in a fucking big ass discount. Super, super steep discount. So we shouldn't short. And if we do, it shouldn't be for very long. You shouldn't hold it for a long period of time. Okay? Now let's talk about the long here. Why up here? Well, John, you're supposed to long below all lows. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. But that's not what I was looking for. But I did long here. Now, before I give it to you, okay, let me show you the candle. The price, I just market it in. There's nothing special about the price. I was like, I'm gonna market enter on this candle. This is the down candle, okay, that I'm entering on. Why do you think I'm entering on that? We'll check live price for just a second. Right? And then a few minutes later, that's when I was saying in the Discord about the higher levels, okay? Why do you think I entered on that down candle? This one. Why? You tell me. Yeah, Jordan, relax. Just relax. Good job, Libra. I did see your message. I just had to come back for a second. Yeah, Ricky. Your entry was my exit, which is not bad. I was wanting to execute because, like I said earlier, I had not been up for equities open in a long time. I usually sleep in past equities. I'll come in late AM session, and then I'll be here for the PM session. You know, like I'm fine with that. It was the first time in a long time that I was up for it, which is, again, that's why I went to paper, because I didn't want to like accidentally fuck anything up. Mitigation, lack of wick. There you go, Naruto. There you go. NCE after imbalance. 2020 said, I was waiting for that potential down candle at 841. This. Are you saying, let me just make sure I got this right. You said you wanted this. Is that what you're saying? 2020, you wanted that. Do I have that correct? Chat, you're going to slap yourself in the forehead. We have a imbalance here, and we have another one right here. What is the rule when there's two imbalances? You take, in this case, the higher one, the first one. You enter on the first one with a stop at the second one. You guys know this, man. You guys know this. Well, John, why didn't you trade that candle? Because I didn't, bro. What do you what do you expect? But I saw the reaction and said, okay, I'll go ahead and enter on this. All right. And it does pause a little bit. That's okay. That to me is just reaccumulation. Right? Accumulation down here, reaccumulation to go what? Higher. In which it does. That's it. It's as simple as that. Oh, we traded lower, stop run, easy. Two imbalances. You take the first one. I got a little bit of a later entry. That's okay. That's okay. I said this a few minutes ago. I want to say it again just in case you missed it, okay? Now, someone like me, right, who helped change the MLM industry. I have almost 1,000 videos on this YouTube channel. I guess one of the things that I'm known for is probably the entries, right? I love teaching you guys how to enter, how to get just beautiful, disgusting, filthy entries. Low drawdown, if any, just straight to your direction. That's what I love doing. Am I wrong? But I've done that for so long. But I'm telling you, your entry, okay, doesn't have to be great. If you're on side, if you're in sync with price delivery, your entry, I don't want to say doesn't matter. It does. But if you're on the right side, it doesn't matter as much as you think. Okay? And it sounds crazy to like say that out loud after like so many years of teaching you guys the sniper shit. But it's true. What is the difference between entering on this or entering like two? Well, that's not 2 or 3. For ES, that's probably 2 or 3. But for NQ, that's like 10. What's the difference other than just 10 simple points when you have all of this to potentially capture? It's not that big of a deal missing out on a couple of points, okay, when you have the rest of the move. So just because I didn't get the imbalance, I mean, that's okay. I mean, I'm doing analysis, right? I'm like trying to watch and listen to Ricky at the same time too, you know, following along, seeing, you know, what's happening. And this is a 1 minute time frame. So every 60 seconds, candles are printing, right? I'm not always going to be, you know, picture perfect, put this chart in a book type of shit. All right. It's not always like that. I think those lows just got taken here, which is fine. But anyway, now that you know that this is here, all right, how can we trust that this was the low? How can we trust that? Right? Here's a chart. I haven't brought this out, I think, in years, but I'll bring it back. Right? You guys remember this from Channel 96? Rest in peace. Y'all remember this? It's the horizontal overview of the 3 indices. NQ on top, ES in the middle, Dow Jones on the bottom. Right? Some of you are some OGs in here that might remember. It's been a while. It's been a while. Jordan still has a chart like that. Yeah. So this is our low. This move lower right here. That, okay, compare the other indices, right? So take a look at NQ, take a look at ES, and take a look at Dow Jones. But take a look at all of the lows, okay? Look at the lows in here with that low. Look at all the lows in here with that low. And the Dow kind of just keeps going higher here. So that's probably something worth noting. But think about that. ES might be hard to see, but that's not lower. Okay. Yeah, the line graph, Jordan. Yes, the good old line graph. I still have that. Dow Jones measure these lows, right? All at the same time, right? Vertical. That lower low on NQ is not reciprocated. ES is a higher low. Dow Jones been higher. So guess what? NQ, Nasdaq, is the only one to go lower. And Ricky, this is what I was trying to point out to you earlier on your call. This is what I was referring to. It was this low, right at like 740, maybe 735 or something like that. That was the low I was referring to. Just because it's the lowest one on NQ, and those same lows over here for ES and Dow. So higher low, lower low. So that's how I know that was manipulation. Okay, because even like this low here, boom, taken. So we took it. And what was funny too, I was not really laughing, but like I was kind of like giggling and shit, was at 8:46, right? I was kikiing shit. Just because, Ricky, are you here? Do you remember that candle this morning? Do you remember that shit? Like we were watching it and then it was just like, pew! It just took off, bro. That shit was crazy. And I was like, yeah, we've already moved past our like shift in price delivery. That last imbalance here was obviously traded through and well beyond it. Do strong markets give deep retracements, or do deep market not deep, sorry, I've been up for like so long now. Do strong markets give deep retracements, or do strong markets give shallow retracements? Do we expect like a 618 retracement here? Would it be reasonable to anticipate a 618 to go higher? Yes or no? Shallow retracements to the upside before going lower. It's the same thing for strong markets. If it's super strong, we swept liquidity, we've got some upside objectives to get to. The market will not give a deep retracement. That's why I know I talk about this all the time. Oh man, I didn't get my 618. I didn't get my 786. No, you didn't. But if we measure from a target down to that low, that's a discount. And we're in a daily discount too. So everything's in a discount, even here. Okay? One thing we could also do is go to regular trading hours. Notice anything special about that low this morning? Notice anything here? I'll give you a second. There's two things. There's at least two things right off the rip you should notice. Look within that. Look within my picture perfect box here. What do you see? There should be at least two, maybe three things instantaneously. Your eyes should go right to it. Are we lagging? I don't think we should be. My OBS says it's fine. Drop some ones in the chat if you guys can see and hear. What can you tell me about what's in here? I don't know what 10 seconds we lost. I don't know what we lost here, chat. You get fiber optics, you get the highest, retail fucking internet that you could possibly buy. That run lower is running below the gap. What is that? Discount. That's an extreme discount. And not only does it run outside the gap, it runs those two lows from the PM session. How far? Okay, this is where some of you probably are like, yo, what the fuck? In case you couldn't tell. How far can price go below lows? An imbalance or a gap. Your imbalance is here. The lows, right, are here. So the lowest level of sell side delivery is that 719 level. So really, the imbalance would now be that, basically. Does that make sense? Look at our low of day. Look at that. See that right there? Come on, bro. Look at that. Just look at it. That's admirable. You know what I'm saying? That's disgusting, bro. Right there. My exit was where? Like this candle, I think. Yeah, was that candle. And yeah, Ricky was entering down here. That's filthy. That is insanely filthy. Because when you look at the day now, that was low of day. You sat through this mitigation, new high of day. I don't know if you're still in it now. I think we just went ahead and redid that again. I wouldn't like that at all. If we made a new high here, my trailing stop, shit, probably would have went to like that low, and I would have got out like right there. I hate sitting through drawdown, at least on the future side. Stocks, that's not as big of a deal, but futures, ooh, pullbacks on futures, ugh, I don't like it. I don't like that. But anyway, so you tell me, chat, what part of this, what part of any of this makes this low probability conditions? How? The tools are doing what they do. Does the discount still work? Yeah. Does the imbalance below lows still work? Yeah. Does the mitigation still work? Yeah. Does the two imbalance, take the first one, stop at the second one still work? Yeah. Did the levels that I give you beforehand pan out? Yeah. What's low probability, bro? It doesn't make sense. I'm trying to understand it. Oh, these conditions fucking blow your account. No. If you don't know what you're doing, yeah, you can blow an account. If you don't manage your risk, you can blow an account. The market has nothing to do with it. Conditions this. Conditions nothing. It's the same shit, bro. It's the same shit. I tell you what, I didn't try to short. I did not try to short this, but I tell you what, I'll even look at it. I'll even look at it. Last gap on the way higher. Traded through. Short at the gap. Stop at the high. Do you get a 1 to 2? Of course you do. That kind of rhymed too, didn't it? Inverted gap model. The same model that I gave you. The same model that the public knows about. 1 to 2. It's good for you. There it is. Even my inversion model works in conditions that people don't think are good. Come on, baby. You got to learn this shit, dude. You got to learn this stuff, man. Even this right here. Imbalance. Tapped into. Mitigation respected. Trades through at 10:05. What's that at 10:06? What's that at 10:06? Inversion model. Right there. Right? Take the inversion. Stop at the low. Let's see if we get a 1 to 2. We might not. We might. That's kind of a big stop, but let's see. Do we get a 1 to 2? Yep. Easy. There it is again. Come on, baby. How many opportunities? This shit is too easy, bro. It's too easy. Inversion model off a higher time frame mitigation. Come on. Today was super sexy, bro. I forgot what model this is. I don't even know. Matter of fact, you know what? I lied. Not on purpose, but that is the inverted gap model here, because that is a gap which trades through. Let me see. I might be wrong. Oh no, it does trade through on that, but it does make a new high here. Okay, that might be wrong. But it does hit this up candle, and that, I forgot what we called it. I know we call it an institutional candle, but I think that's like just the low risk short, basically. Institutional candle model, whatever. That worked as well. So how many opportunities is that today? One. The one Ricky took, 2. The one that I took here, 3. This late imbalance, 4. Mitigation, 5. Inverted, 6. You could even count this as a mitigation off of mitigation 2. That's 7. Inverted gap model, that's 8. Jesus. That's 8 opportunities before the PM session even starts. Come on, bro. What are you talking about? Low probability conditions. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? All right, I tell you what. This is starting to look like a sell model. Obviously, I'm probably hella late on that. But these lows down here, where we got that divergence from, that's now starting to look like the original consolidation. The run higher, retracement, manipulation, low risk short, first stage. This is starting to look like the second stage to go lower. If we didn't have FOMC, this would be a wonderful short. Yeah, if we didn't have it in 10 minutes, this would probably be a good short. Look at the bodies on that. High, low, higher high. We trade through it. Those 2 down candles into it. Body stops right there and goes lower. That's dirty. That's fucking dirty. 15-minute imbalance here. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. So, I mean, that pretty much covers it for today, man. Obviously, we'll be here. I do want to see what FOMC does. I won't be around long enough for the press conference. I'm not going to stream for like 2 or 3 hours. I've done it before. I'm just not going to do that. But, and yeah, Jordan, great point. We are at a macro too. But that's the thing. We are at a macro time, but we have FOMC in 10 minutes. So I would assume FOMC would override anything that a macro has. What do I look for on FOMC specifically? Volatility. I think I said this earlier. I don't try to predict the direction of level 3 news. I don't always try to do that. Every once in a while I might have some conviction, but I try not to predict the initial movement of news. But I can tell you right now, if I was long on ES this morning, I would be heavily concerned. If my stop was down here, I would be absolutely concerned. Now, if we leave those lows open and trade higher, I could see that. Given it's only 20 points away, that I think might be a candidate for lower pricing. So we'll watch it. But again, I'm not trying to predict news. If we do end up going lower, I'm not going to be like, hey, I told you so. I'm not in a trade. I might say I told you so. But I'm not going to, I'm not in a trade right now. But if I had to say, right, you know, if I had to press a button, John, you have to short or you have to long, what's it going to be? I'd say either I would short this to 56.75 or I would put a long below the lows. I'd probably do one of those two. Make sense? So, yeah, what other questions you guys got before we got a few minutes until we got about 7 minutes? What do you guys want to know? We got 60 people on here. Only 16 likes, dude. What the fuck is that? Y'all don't write down levels. Y'all don't like the stream. I do all this for free and I get no love, bro. What is that? What is that? What is that? Actually, I updated law number 1 today with the example from NQ today, actually. So I might record that today or tomorrow. So that will be the first video, is the expansion of law number 1. And then I think I said this yesterday, I want to make a completely different series as well. So I want to get into like financial literacy and stuff too. So that will be a video as well. That up candle seems to be pretty responsive though. At least so far. But again, news in a few minutes. This is not a trade idea. This is not, you know, I'm not saying short. I'm not saying long. If anything, don't take a trade before FOMC. Before a Fed funds rate, don't take a trade. We got 5 minutes until that releases. And then I think all hell will break loose. Yeah, the other day I shared some finance books that I happen to get value from. Even though they're kind of boring, they're not the most exciting books, but I would argue that it's pretty exciting to have money, though. I'll tell you that. Willa didn't press buttons today. No, I commend you for that. I absolutely commend you for that. But yeah, so it'll be like the first like finance video. It'll be an introduction into building wealth for beginners. So if you have bad money habits, bunch of credit card debt, a bunch of debt, period, like this video is absolutely for you. What makes content easy for me to make is I get to teach you all the things they didn't teach you in school, if that makes sense. So everything that schools avoided, like that's what I'm trying to give you, basically. Now there's only a certain extent of what I can teach. I don't know everything, obviously. But from what I do know, or at least to provide you with more resources, more books to read and stuff like that, I will definitely help you out there too. But that's kind of like what's in the back of my mind. Teach people the things that they need to know that the school system did not teach them. I'm going to pin that, Willow. Just been trying to work on my patience and not feel like I have to trade every day. Things have been great on my funded so far, and I want to stay consistent. There you go. There you go. I keep telling you guys, man, 1 or 2 good trades a week, that's all you need, man. If you get a good trade on Monday or Tuesday, then don't even bother logging back in, bro. You know what I mean? Or like you could be on TradingView, but don't even log into your funded account. Just stay on a paper or, you know, practice, but you don't always have to play. We got about 2 minutes here. Let's do a quick poll then. I want to see what you guys think then. All right, real quick, before FOMC here, let's take a vote. Higher or lower? What do you guys think? Are we going higher for ES or are we going lower? We didn't even take a look at dollar. We didn't even take a look at metals. I want metals to go higher, but I don't know. I don't know if we are or not. We could be lower for all I fucking know. All right, one minute. 15 minutes a day reviewing the laws with everything else keeps me grounded. Yeah, no, that's good. You need all 3. That's why I separated the 48 laws into 16 segments of 3. Or 17, whatever the number is. That's why I divided it into 3 sections. It's the successful traders trio. It's like a tripod. You cannot succeed without all 3. Most of you are saying lower. 80% of you are saying lower. Okay. All right, well, I guess we're going to find out. We kind of like glitched there. Did you see that? Did you see how we printed that wick right there? It was instantaneous. It was instant. Oh, look at Dow, you sneaky dog. You sneaky bastard. Look at that. Sneaky, sneaky. Interesting. But yeah, those first 15 seconds were instantaneous. Very interesting. That's exactly why your stop loss would be slipped. For that very reason right there. For that same reason right there. Now, looking at the chart, aren't you glad you didn't short that? Aren't you glad you didn't short that up candle to go lower? Even though it was looking like it was going to do that? Yeah, it pays to pay attention, doesn't it? It pays to pay attention, don't it? It didn't even wick lower, it just showed up lower. Yeah. No, that was wild. That's our equities open low for Dow too. Was here. Because that's 830 right there. So it ran into that. Let's go take a look for just a minute at the metals. Dog shit. That's all right. Let me look at the dollar as well. How did I not see this earlier? Low resistance highs, imbalance up here as well. Damn, that was nice. It traded right to the high end of that. And then we got some lows down here. It just tapped into right there. Which obviously is hindsight. We didn't even look at dollar this whole time. But I'm just saying, look what it did. Hit the high end of that imbalance, reverse for those lows. Yeah. That's all. Well, anyway, that is going to be all from me, chat. I really don't have anything else for you. I guess we are leaving those lows open. We may end up making a new high of day is what it's looking like. Dow was the other one who took its morning's low. But yeah, I'm not too interested in doing any PM session trading today. But yeah, that's all I got for you. So hopefully you guys were able to learn something today, right? Learning how to enter markets, exit markets, learning time price context, right? Again, you can go check the Discord. I gave you some levels in advance. Study how we got there, stuff like that. Because doing the work, right? You got to do the work. There's no shortcut. If you need to manually, like, look, let me give you a little secret before you go. Okay? Let me give you a little secret. What you guys need to get. Let me do this. Hold on. Shit. I think I got rid of my big camera. All right. Whatever. You can still see it. Okay? You need to get one of these. It is a index card holder. Okay? That's all it's got in here. Index cards. See that? That's all it is. Just a bunch of index cards. So they sit in here. Pull one out. Okay. Put it back in my little drawer. And that's it. Why would something like this be important? Because if you don't keep your price levels on the chart, you could at least write them down. You could at least write them down. Okay? Damn, ES gave that shit up bigly. Gave that up bigly. Right? So look. Hold on. Try not to fuck it up. See that? Those are the price levels that I wrote down. I know it's hard to see because I couldn't blow the camera up. But those are the two levels for Nasdaq that I wrote down the other day. So when I'm at my desk, I can remind myself, hey, 1900 or 19,900 is a gap low. 19,844 is that lack of wick. And you can just have it by your side so you don't forget. Because I know we delete chart markups and shit. That's okay. Write them down if you have to. You can write down quotes. I do that a lot when I'm reading, especially like after I read a book, you know. The note card system from Ryan Holiday, basically. All right? So you can do that as well. But with that, now we can end it. All right? Be blessed. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow on Thursday for the market review, right? And then I'll see you here. No, my bad. Thursday, tomorrow, we'll do the AM session with Ricky. Then Thursday afternoon or like evening will be the market review. And then Friday, we'll be here on the live stream. All right, so tomorrow will be sometime between 8 and 8:30 Central. Okay, so sometime before equities open tomorrow, we'll be here on YouTube, right? No, Manuel will be on this channel. If it changes, I'll say something in the Discord. Okay?
Well, you were late in verse, living on a promised word. Well, I am the rose you relinquished again. You and I are down head first in another world I had. But I have a feeling we're close to the end. Sapphire and my white gold burst out of my chest and hide out in the vents. My blood beats so alive, my bite right through your lenses. Midnight in my mind's eye, drowning out the daylight. Godspeed to my enemies to be asking for that call sign. You know the behavior, canines of the savior. Glory to the legion, trauma for the neighbor. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me, arms around me. Arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me, yeah. Go ahead and wrap your arms around me. Arms around me, arms around me. I've got solar flesh for your dead God, space dust for your fuel, dark days for your solstice, dancing through the depths of hellfire on the winds that started from within. My blood beats so alive, my tear right through my skin. So tell me what you meant by living past your half-life and lockstep with the universe and your well past the afterlife. You know that I'm sanctified by what's below. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, you might be the one to take